All right, we are back. It's been a very long time since I played a level. I've just had a lot of stuff going on, and I've finally started to upload and start to get caught up. So I've been thinking quite a lot about my Infuser cards and how exactly I want to play Infuser, and I'm still a little bit lost on it. I'm a little bit lost. Now, Onyx Shards is really, really good with Kelp. Taking a turn that's like Onyx Shards plus Torrential Cleave to move up to something, disarm it, immobilize it, and then, you know, come in and wound it and bane it on Kelp is like really, really, really strong. So I really want to add in this Torrential Cleave. But maybe I don't need Onyx Shards. I can do the same thing with Crystalline Aegis, and it's like it's still really good. So maybe I could just do that swap, because giving things 2 negative conditions like by itself is like really, really nice. And then the big thing that I'm struggling with is that I need healing. I really, really need healing. Swift Pivot is really good for damage mitigation, which is really important, because like now, you know, I can have range damage coming out of Hive, and I can have like burst damage coming out of Kelp. So I'm thinking I need to be going into damage less on Infuser, which makes me almost think, like, do I drop Caress of the Night? I don't think I can drop Boon of the Tempest, because the extra movement on Boon of the Tempest is so good. Without that extra movement, a lot of my stuff is just move 2, which would be really sad. I mean, I could theoretically drop Caress of the Night. I don't necessarily need the Wound in the Muddle, because I can get those really easily out of Kelp. The Strengthen is good. A bottom attack 3 is good. I just don't know what to drop. I want to keep Obsidian Spear, because being able to go for a Leaf and Dart to stun something is just really, really nice, especially if I can be strengthened going for it. Guide the Flow is really good just for when I need to burst move or burst attack. Gemstone Resonance is amazing. Is there any universe I drop Rising Momentum? Rising Momentum just feels like such a solid card. I mean, late game, it's like a base attack 5, a base move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. I really, really, really want this other level 2 card for the heal. But I mean, it's not the card that I took. So I shouldn't swap it in, but I really, really want to. I could put in this infusion for the healing. The problem is, like, I don't really want to play this loss for the healing. Like, it can be really good towards the end of a scenario, but, like, I need to be able to clear out a first room and then heal up. Like, that was kind of a thing that I was struggling with in that last scenario I was playing, where I, you know, I get into there were a bunch of Algox, I get into the second room, there's somebody who I rescue, and then she starts low health, and so you want to heal her up while she gets all the way to the back to fight the boss. And, like, I didn't have... Hive doesn't have any cards that heal allies. It only heals itself. Kelp doesn't have any cards that heal allies. I think it only has 1 loss that heals itself. And then the level 2 card I didn't take heals itself. So, like, Infuser doesn't have very much stuff that heals herself either. It's just like this Bounty of the Earth. I think I am going to swap out my level 2 card for the other one. You know, I mean, maybe I'll play another Infuser eventually, but this is just what I need. I mean, now that one of my characters is retired, I just need to swap out the card. So, I mean, everybody who watches this knows that I don't follow the rules. Is Rising Momentum the card to drop? The initiative is a bit worse. It really sucks. I mean, I really feel like I need initiative boots, but Duelist Shoes are amazing. So, not really, but... Whoops. I guess I'll keep it like this for now and drop Rising Momentum. But Rising Momentum is like such a good move card, because with Boon of the Tempest, it's a really easy move 5. It feels really hard to drop that. Is there any shot I drop Obsidian Spear? I mean, I really want those elements for Obsidian Spear, because that's such a good effect. Maybe I don't need Torrential Cleave. I don't know. It feels like it's set up Kelp so well in the beginning. And, like, I need things that'll set up really well in the beginning before I have a ton of infusions out. It's very, very tough. Maybe I just need, like, a major health potion. Maybe that would be better. What I really, really want is the slippery sword. But it's a random item blueprint. During your melee attack, add 2 to an attack, and after the attack, gain disarm. Well, hello, desperate throw. Like, just straight up turn this into an attack 7, and it only costs me one of my hand slots. Ooh, it feels really awful to drop Rising Momentum. But we'll give it a try. Do I need to change anything here? No, those look good. I feel like I want to be going more... I feel like on average, I want to be doing more ranged summons. Like, I'm totally fine with just, like, bringing these 3 summons out and just putting out a ton of ranged damage via summons. Which means Spinning Blades I'm mostly using for the bottom move and attack, but that worked out really well in that last scenario. Bottom move and attack and poison. Coiled Limbs is for the move 4 jump. That's really good. And then I've just got, like, ranged attack, and my burst damage. And then a granted card. I feel like all of these are really good. And my granted +1 attacks are still really good into this Machine Bolter, because I'm still getting 2 targets, and it's just a lot safer. Especially if I can have the things poisoned already. That's really good. So I don't need the Arcing Generator, but into anything where I'm hitting, like, shielded targets, Arcing Generator is definitely the summon to bring. So this means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, wow. I want to bring remote control, but maybe I don't need to. The only summon that it's good for me to remote control is the Machine Bolter, and that's just for the attack. Maybe I shouldn't be going Reconstructive Aid, but, like, being able to, like, double regenerate Infuser sounds good. I mean, then at least it's some sort of healing. I also do really like Reassemble, just for the safety it provides in being able to... Let's take Reassemble over Launch Pod. Maybe not, because Launch Pod is really nice with the Machine Bolter. I mean, it's basically... It's only an attack 3, which isn't that good, but, like, it does give me something just good to do. Let's see. So, like, I want to attack everything and get it poisoned. And then after that, it doesn't matter who's attacking me or a summon, so I think I don't need remote control. And so then it comes between Reassemble and Launch Pod. Reassemble is nice for stamina. It's nice for being able to bring something out if I've lost it already. Launch Pod can, like, accelerate by playing an extra card, but you can't do that in your first rest cycle or you lose a turn of stamina. Which makes it hard to do in the beginning. Let's try Reassemble. Alright. I think I'm going to go... I was starting... So I was working on this quest line. It started... There was an orchid who we went to help with something. Maybe we broke the orchid out of prison or something in this first one. And then we went to go rescue the orchid's lover or best friend, who was a harrower. Or maybe it was just... we had some sort of, like, mind game being played on us. And this was a really cool scenario. Scenario 100, where your stamina worked backwards. So I've been wanting to continue this for a while. I don't even remember which characters I was playing back when I played that level. Oh, we got Algox again. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Winter? This winter has been a good one for travel, with little snowfall and not a creature in sight. The only sound is the snow crunching as you progress towards your destination. But now, even your footsteps grow eerily silent. One more step, and a flash of light erupts from underfoot. Searing pain rips through your body. You discover you're standing in what appears to be a runic minefield, a dangerous tool from wars of ages past. You see a pack of snow imps descend from the trees, chittering in glee at your misfortune. Option A. Attempt to navigate the runic minefield. All characters individually choose a color of rune to move through right now, then resolve the effect on the back of the card. Arcane characters pick 2 and resolve whichever they prefer, purple, white, or pink. Option B, go back the way you came and take the long way around. We're not taking the long way around. That's always discarding cards. Discarding cards is disgusting. So we have to pick colors, and it's snow imps, right? Yeah, you see a pack of snow imps descend from the trees. So white will get brittled, but purple and pink don't like mean anything to me. Pink we get regenerated, purple we get stunned. Each character resolves individually. I mean, brittle wouldn't be that bad, right? Because we would just have to heal to get rid of a brittle, and we get to do them individually. So let's do pink and white on Infuser, because the Infuser is arcane. I don't think either of my other characters are. Armored, resourceful, armored, intimidating, nimble. So the other characters only get 1. So let's just hope that pink is regenerate, right? So pink, pink, and then pink and white. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Okay, so for white, where did your legs go and why do you feel sick? Start the scenario, poison, wounded, and invisible. That's interesting. Pink, this isn't so bad. Your legs are completely numb, but other than that. Now, we only would have had to discard 1 card, so we could have just, like, forest simped or whatever or the lightning eel to get it back. Okay, well, Infuser gets to pick poison, wounded, invisible, and then both of the other characters are immobilized, which I'm not in love with. Let's see, how am I going to approach this first room? Okay, we're on the right difficulty. How am I approaching this? It's not a big enough room to kite them back, which is, like, you know, one of the default answers to do with guards. So I need to get onto the archers and kill them ASAP. They've got enough range. They're going to be hitting me with every attack with every turn. So I can't afford to be immobilized on Infuser. I just simply cannot afford it. I think I'm going to start down here like this. Which means that Infuser's going to have to be poison wounded, invisible. Which is not good, but at least this way, I mean, I think I have to go fast and go in. I can, like, go in with Swift Pivot or something, but I do need to, I need a way to get rid of this negative condition. What if I just go fast on Hive and give Regenerate to Infuser? It would waste my Regenerate staff, but then I don't have to worry about it. I think I'll do that. Let's grab Challenger 2. Remove all 0 cards from monster attack modifier deck. All enemies are immune to curse. If enemies are immune to curse, I could just drop Coalescing Darkness. We've only got archers, priests, and guards, so we don't have that much Coalescing Darkness to give. All enemies add level... All enemies add 3 health to their max hit point value. Maybe that wouldn't be too bad here because these are already really tanky guys. This is a low number of enemies. I mean, 4 in the first room is still kind of a lot. And then it seems like it's a long scenario. 5 rooms? Ugh, okay, let's just do Sleep Thrashing. I feel like this is a relatively easy one. Whenever a character short or long rests, all adjacent allies suffer hazardous terrain damage. So I just need to be spread out. Okay, so I was playing the level as normal. I opened the first door. Boom, sneak peek of the second room. And then I realized, looking at the thing, that I never read the stuff for the intro. So we'll read that real quick. I'll edit it to the beginning, and then we'll continue from there. So the scenario is complete when character plus 4, so 7, swarms have been absorbed by Zoo. At the end of that round, read a thing. You push past wrought iron gates into what once was an ornate entrance hall, but today just barely provides a bit of shelter from the storm outside. Carvings, too intricate to have been made by human hands, adorn the broad wooden doors, coalescing into sublime patterns now worn away with time. The iron hinges are smashed in, and the door hangs lopsided. The fabled Harrower library you were looking for is in disrepair. It was a place of reverence once. Zoo, the Harrower you rescued from prison, shuffles towards the door. But it has answers we seek. Jem, the orchid person who had us rescue Zoo, turns to you. In any case, we'll need to collect whatever remains from the She was really slow, wasn't she? In any case, we'll need to collect whatever remains from the resources here at the library. Harrowers aren't like you or I. They're many smaller creatures that have agreed to work in unison. A library for them doesn't have scrolls or books, but rather deposits of themselves. A harrower can subsume what's in these receptacles and learn all that the depositor knew. Here are the remaining memories of the harrowers who locked Zoo away and drove the rest of us to the far reaches of the continent. They will know where to find our companion. There's a third one? They've got another companion. Or are those companions just missing parts of Zoo? The unmistakable sound of angry Algox down the hall interrupts your conversation. Jem brushes off a stone bench and sits down, folding her crystal-covered arms. Well, I'll let you fine mercenaries deal without. Sounds like more guards stationed to thwart our plans. Best of luck and all. 4 and 5 and 1, 2, 3 is all here. That's kind of weird. Okay. I guess we didn't need to do anything with 4 and 5. Which is lucky, given that I just, like, zoomed right past it. Oh, let's, stop the recording to edit it easily. So, if I want to go fast on Hive, I could start long-range missiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put the Plague Protocol as the mode, so we get poisons on our attacks. I will hit this archer to poison it, and then I can't move with my bottom. Ooh, there is not much to do with my bottom. I guess I could aimed assault. Yeah. That way I get an extra poison out. So I can hit the archer and hit the guard and get both of them poisoned. And that feels pretty good. Then I'll be tossing Regenerate onto Infuser. Infuser just needs to go below 30, but after 19. I guess I could go with 30. Let's see. I could move to Brittle. That initiative works out really well for me. But I was thinking Swift Pivot. So what would I be able to play with Swift Pivot at about 28 initiative? I mean, I want to get Boon of the Tempest up, don't I? So that's not really working. But I want to get onto these archers. I would love to get onto the archers and Brittle both of them. So maybe I go for that. And then Mantle of Dread. My top's not going to matter. I'm going to want to save the stun. Maybe I don't need to save this Immobilize. Let's get rid of that. That seems like one of my lesser cards right now. Oops. Okay, on Infuser, move no more than 2 hexes each turn, kill one of each monster type. Yeah, there are only 3 monster types, so that's very good. Kill an enemy before its first turn, remove a negative condition from yourself or an ally, kill an enemy attacked by your allies earlier in the round. And then on Hive, overkill by 4 hits or more, never use a potion, have 0 cards in your hand each time you rest. Well, those are awful. I guess we'll go with never use a potion, but we're not going to try to get it. If it just coincidentally happens, it coincidentally happens. Break. This is not... Actually, I really like this, I think. I actually really like this. And I didn't do Swift I didn't do Swift Pivot here, which is really nice for me. So the archers go first. Infuser is invisible from the road event, which is fine. I guess both of these attacks are going into Kelp, so I hope I survive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both in range already. So we just get attacked for 5. Take 6. And then get attacked for 3. And take 3. Okay. I mean, that was a lot of damage. Place the traps like that. And then the guards both go and get a shield. And then Hive will go. Man, now I want to heal the Kelp, though. It's okay. I'll get a Gemstone Resonance on Kelp. So Hive is going to regenerate. Because, like, at this point, I don't need Hive to get hit for the rest of this room, I don't think. So I'm going to put the Regenerate on Infuser so that she can get rid of this stuff. And she didn't tank anything this round, so she's going to be really tanky coming up. She's going to... Oh, it's Hive's turn. So attack for 3 with long-range missiles into the Archer. It does 4. And then attack for 1 into the Guard. And it does none because he has a shield. But they take 4 damage. And this is guard number 5. They're both poisoned. Now, Infuser goes. She regenerates, so removes these negative conditions. Move 2 will treat each. We'll treat this card as a pair of active infusions. Move 2 with the Duelist Shoes. And then Brittle. So, Archers? Question mark? I really want to get both Archers dead. The problem is, though... Now with this trap, it's actually really hard to get onto this Archer for anybody except Infuser. So maybe Infuser's just going to, like, double attack this next turn. Because I could do my attack 5. It's not nearly as good into a Brittle as Bane would be. So I guess I'll toss the Bane into this Guard. Or the Brittle. I'll Brittle Bane this Guard. It would be better to get the Archer, but it's hard to get Kelp all the way over there, especially since Kelp is so low now. So I'll move up and I'll Brittle these 2 targets. And then... Now it's just Kelp, and Kelp is just going to Mantle of Dread. Can't really do anything else. Because of the Immobilize. Now I really want to get the Rapid Fire Summon out. Go really late, and maybe I'll move up with Spinning Blades and attack with the bottom. Oh, Hijack here is really nice to step one of these guys into that trap. That's really nice. I can just move up Muddle Bane this guy. So I just need to go slower than Infuser. And then I will be safe. My bottom, maybe just Skull Collection. I don't think it matters. I don't need to disarm. Because Infuser's going fast and Infuser can tank. The play is to do Desperate Throw with Guide the Flow. So I can, like, attack bottom up here, attack 5 right here. It's 6 because of the poison. It won't be strengthened, but I think it's fine. Or would I rather just go ahead and get an infusion up? Because I could just do Boon of the Tempest now with either my Radiant Boon or my infusion. And I could, like, double attack. Means that I'm not getting super use out of this Brittle. Because I would like for it to be a high damage attack that goes into the Brittle. This is tough. This is quite tough. If I Muddle Brittle, the guard's not dying. Muddle Bane, the guard's not dying, but he's taking a lot. I also need to make sure that Kelp isn't getting targeted by, like, this guard. But if I just stand here with Infuser and I go here with Kelp, he should never be targeted. The only thing that would target him would be the multi-target out of Archers, which is at 56 initiative. So can I play around that with Hive? Go at that speed with Hive, and maybe I can. I'm not sure if I even can. And so this just leaves me needing to pick a bottom for Kelp, right? So I could go for the disarm, but I don't see how that helps me in any way. I could do Soul Hunger to get the dark, and maybe that helps. I don't know. Okay. This is fine. I think this is good. A little unfortunate that the guard isn't dying this turn. Actually, very unfortunate the guard isn't dying this turn. It means I have to go really slow on Hive next turn, so my summon doesn't waste its turn. Or I could Horn of Command to target the 2 archers. I think we're okay, though. So, guards go first, and they retaliate. Then Infuser. Infuser is going to attack for 3. So who am I hitting for 3? I guess this top archer. So, attack for 3. And it'll set wind. And then I have attack for 5. We'll make it attack for 6 into this bottom archer. Or 6 because of the poison. Ah, okay. It will deal 6, which will deal 12, which is not bad. That'll eat the brittle. And then I get disarmed. And we're done. There was dark. I guess I'll take the XP to turn the dark into wind, because Kelp doesn't need dark. Then it is the archers. So this guy's going to go 1-2, right? To get rid of his disadvantage, he is. And he's going to attack for 5. And it'll deal 3. We'll take 3, that's fine. And then this guy's going to back up 1 and attack for 3. And it'll deal 3. We'll go ahead and block that now. Okay. Archer moving here is very interesting. Now I wish I had done Lacerating Stabs, because I would be able to wound Muddle, but that's okay. I guess this just means that I have to go here. On my movement, it's Teleport 3, set Dark. On my movement, I will Muddle this guard, and then with my top, I will Bane him. Teleport, set Dark. I'm not invisible, so I don't gain a trophy. And then we Bane this guy. There weren't 3 negative conditions here, so I couldn't do it there. Now, Hijack becomes very interesting, because I wanted to step somebody into this trap. I guess that's not going to happen. So let's just summon the Machine Bolter right here. And then with Hijack, I will command this guard to hit this archer. He is muddled. But he does deal 3 damage. He pulls a 0 and the archer is poisoned. So that damage actually is really going to help, I think. And we're new turn. So now at this point, I can do Staring into the Abyss to disarm this archer. I could, like, attack it. Maybe I would just do a default attack with Lacerating Stabs. There is Dark. I could Staring into the Abyss to double stun here. This way the guard does nothing. I wish there were an enemy right on top of me so that... Because we know that this guard is going to take 20 damage during his turn and go down to 5 with poison. I would love to be able to set up slipping into death. But that's not necessarily a thing. I could go Lacerating Stabs to go fast with Tumultuous Panic. Attack 2, move, wound, attack 3. That's like 5 damage if I pull zeros, and then 6 from the wound, and then I would just need a 0 from the Machine Bolter to kill the archer before it gets its turn. I don't hate that. The only problem is then Machine Bolter goes fast and hits this guy, and I dislike that significantly. So why don't I'll go fast and I'll double stun here. I think it's fine. I'll double stun and I'll wound the archer. I'm just too low on Kelp to do much else. Then here I just have to go slow because I don't want to break the guard's brittle. So I'll move forward and attack, and I'll high impact projectiles to get wounds on the other 2 guys. And then that leaves me over here with Swift with my Infuser. So I've got stuns down here. I would love to just I guess, move 3 and Swift Pivot. Maybe I only need to move 2 and Swift Pivot. Setting up Coalescing Darkness to pull into this trap next turn is not bad. If I just go here and do Swift Pivot. I'm okay here. I'm okay here. Okay, cool. So Infuser first is going to move 2, set Leaf, then Swift Pivot to set Wind. And then it's Kelp. Kelp is going to eat the Dark and eat its other trophy to stun 2 targets with Staring into the Abyss. So both of these guys are stunned. So I don't have to worry about that attack 7 coming in. Or this guy's attack 5. And then... let's see. I guess I don't want to be too far away from those guys, right? I do have a move 4 to get onto either of them for next turn. Do I really even need to move? Let's get away from this guard so I don't have to worry about attack with poison coming out potentially next turn. And wound this archer to make him take damage. And it was just a nothing move, right? Oh, lacerating stabs. So, yeah. I mean, I could teleport up here and wound both of these guys, but that would be suicide. So that's fine. I'm fine with that. Suffers from his wound. This guy's going to attack Infuser. It's attack for 5. It does 4. So we'll block this. I'm going to save Kite Shield in case the Immobilize card comes out. So it would have done 4. I blocked 2, so I take 2. Then this guy will step forward and attack me for 5. Man, and my Swift Pivot goes into a miss. Negate the next damage you would suffer from a melee attack this round, and the attacker suffers 4. I mean, I can still make him suffer 4, right? Because we're just negating 0 damage, but we're making him suffer 4. And then this guy suffers 20. Oh, and Hive. So my Bolter will go. So attack 2, 3s, because they're both poisoned, right? So it does 4 and 4. Ah, man, it would be so beautiful if this archer were standing... Dang, I should have moved here and moved Infuser here, and everything else still would have worked. And then I would have been able to Coalescing Darkness to pull the archer here, and slipping into death to kill this guy and Bane the archer. Damn. So close to beautiful. So close. Okay, so that finished my summons turn. So now I move forward. 1, 2. Dang it, that's the hex I wanted Hive to stand in. I screwed it all up. That's okay. It's attack for 1, 2 because he's poisoned, and it does 2. And then I get to attack. So I'm going to want... Well, let's just pull a -1, right? Or a -2 with high impact projectiles. So it's attack 2, target 2, range 3. So I'm going to hit this guard first, and then I'm going to hit this archer second. I need a -2 for it to survive. No, I really want to get some trophies out of these guys, so I'm going to let Kelp go fast next turn and attack here and wound here. So I guess the attack is only going into the guard. And the guard takes 4. And he gets poisoned. And new turn. So now Kelp... just going as fast as it can. With Tumultuous Panic sounds good. Infuser, Boon of the Tempest, I might as well, right? And then Coalescing Darkness, it'll set my elements and I'll get a... yeah, that sounds really good. Then here, I can't go faster than Kelp. I mean, Kelp has boots, so I could do that. Feels a little bit eh. Maybe that's what I'll do, though. Well, I need the monsters to be closer, because my Machine Bolter is actually not in range of anything, which is kind of sad. So maybe I should have transferred it. I should have transferred it. After its attack, I should have transferred it. I would have the poison guy, and I would have been able to go 1, 2, 3 to get here. And I would have been able to poison everybody. That would have been really nice. That's okay. I've got health to use on Hive. I'm thinking I'm just going to Faceless Entity, Coiled Limbs, run over and start hitting this archer. Or maybe target the guard. So I will Boots of Speed Kelp to go at 5. And then, so we'll start with Tumultuous Panic, attack for 1. It's going to miss. And then move here and wound this guy. And then the other attack with Tumultuous Panic, so it's attack for 2, into the left. -1, miss -1. But it still does 2 damage because of the poison. So that'll get me a trophy, and then when this other guard dies, I'll get a trophy. And then I guess with my bottom, I'll just pick up this loot, because I need loot. Wait. Is it a teleport 3? It is a teleport 3, so let's grab this one instead. 1, 2, 3. I think I would rather be here. But then I'm not in range to reach next turn. Unless I back up on Infuser, and that's fine. I can do that. So Hive is going to go 1... Or no. I'm so dumb. Okay, this is fine. I'll Horn of Command to tell my summon not to attack, so that this guy dies and I can get the trophy out of him. And I'm not in range to hit that guy, unfortunately. And then with my bottom, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And attack for 2 into the archer. Or would I rather hit the guard? Yeah, let's go into the archer. Oh my gosh, missing on everybody. 2 damage and I poison. But I didn't get a move summon, which is what I wanted the most. But I think it's okay. So Infuser is going to eat the elements to Boon of the Tempest. Wind and Leaf. It's going to deal 5. And then... I was wanting to pull... Okay, I had to check the clip to see where I was. It's been like 4 hours. But, so I just did my top attack with Infuser. And then now I've got options. So, this is a little bit tough. So we need to figure out what exactly we're doing next turn. It looks like next turn I'm probably just going slow and healing. So I want to move down, which is going to cause this guy to come down, which means it'll be in range of the bolter. And that's probably just best. Alternatively, I can pull this archer in with my Coalescing Darkness. It would set 2 elements for me, but it doesn't look like 2 elements are really going to matter. Unless I go for Caress of the Night top next turn. And, well, I've got an odd number of cards here, so I could Stamina Potion. Man, it would be amazing if there were a way for me to, like, pull these guys together such that they would be next to each other and I could Obsidian Spear both of them next turn. That would be amazing. I could... Here's what I think I like. Is moving down here. That's going to make the guard come here. And we'll go ahead and Stamina Potion, and I'll Obsidian Spear to attack this archer and pull it down into the trap. I kind of like that. So what are we going to Stamina Potion back? And do I need this in order to... Ooh. It would be really nice if I could get enough damage that slipping into death would bane one of them. Because if I pull them into each other, that'll be really nice. But it's probably not going to happen. So we just want to get a fast card with the Stamina Potion. So let's do that. And, I mean, Swift Pivot, just so that I can go quickly. I think that makes sense. So we'll do that. And then, now it's the monsters. Oh. Now it's the monsters, so this guy's going to step back. And I've ruined everything. Whoops. Okay. Attack for 5. It's going to deal 5. And I'm in poison mode right now, so I can't heal up. But that's not the end of the world. This guy's going to step here and attack for 5. And do I have any armor? I guess I'll go ahead and use this now. So it would have done 4, so it does 3. So I'm starting to take some heat. But it's not the end of the world. Okay, well, I screwed that up. And then this guy dies to wound, and I believe I already did the trophy. So we are new turn. I mean, I should just run over here and attack this guy, right? I'd probably just run up to him, wound him, attack him for 2. Let's see. I'll be able to hit him with the machine bolter. What are my boots situations looking like? I've got boots on Hive and not on Kelp. We'll just reassemble. That's fine. Maybe I'll heal. Maybe I'm just tanking this turn on Hive, and then I can transfer and heal, and that'll be fine. I would love to save my heal. Maybe I go for Swift Pivot with Caress of the Night Bottom. That could kill this guy for sure. Well, if I'm doing that, though, it kind of runs into the issue of, like, I'm throwing, like, everything into this guard just to kill him, which is kind of, like, eh. But it could get Kelp its battle goal, which would be nice. Yeah, I want battle goals, so I guess I'll do that. I don't have my elements to Obsidian Spear. I could Radiant Boon plus Infusion Potion, but that feels kind of troll just to stun that guy. And I don't have my boots to move over. Having boots would be really nice. Okay, I'll just Caress of the Night. We'll figure it out. Big hit out of the Archer. I don't love that. So Infuser, let's attack for 3 with the bottom. It's going to deal 4, 5, 6 because of poison. And I mean, then there's really not much else for me to do. I can either... I would like to get the kill with Kelp, so let's do a default attack for 2 instead of doing Swift Pivot. Is that going to kill? That kills with the Bless. Where do I have a Bless from? I probably donated to the church. Okay, well, that'll finish Infuser. Next turn, we'll just heal up. I guess that's fine. I guess that means that Kelp just goes 1, 2, 3 to pick up some loot with its move 4. Means that Machine Bolter isn't going to get to do anything, which kind of sucks. I'll give this guy disadvantage. So I move up to him and I attack him for 2. There's not much better for me to do. I would like to transfer, but I don't want to take an attack for 5. Well, I'm taking the attack for 5 either way, but at least this way it's disadvantaged, because if it crits, it does kill. So I'll move up and I'll attack him for 2, which is 3 because of the... Ooh, it does 4. And I can transfer, which I am going to do. Which is going to put my Toxin Distributor out. Which means that now I can start healing. I can't play this turn because I already did these 2. But... Okay, so my Distributor survives everything except for +2 crit. Which is just very, very unlikely to be coming out. So I think I'm cool with that. I kind of... I really wish I could have gotten the Frenzy Potion off, because then I could kill this thing pretty easily next turn, but that's okay. We'll go like this. Oh, wait. This thing doesn't have a shield, does it? I was thinking this thing had a shield for 1, but it just has the poison. So the attack for 5 at disadvantage does 6 damage. And... Oh, I didn't use my Mantle of Summoning. Okay. I thought it had a shield. I thought I had used my shield, but I guess I hadn't. If I'd been doing it in one sitting. I gave him the shield. Because like I said, he only kills with +2, and with shield 2, he wouldn't even do that. Dang. Okay. And so I just have to long rest the other 2 characters. So we will go fast on Hive. So let's see. It's an attack for 4 coming out of the Archer. So I guess this would come back at the end of the turn, right? So I can't even use it. Well, let's go at 1, right? It doesn't really matter. And then, so my options here, I get to command my summon for how it attacks. So I can let it just attack. And then if I don't get a transfer, I, like, die. So I guess I'm going to move it back 1-2 on its turn. It has moved 2, right? Yeah, I'll move it back 1-2. This way it's a tie, and so then the archer will target Infuser. So Infuser takes 3. And then now Infuser can move. I do have Boon of the Tempest up, so I can move 3. Or I can heal for 5 on somebody. I could just move and attack him. Let's move here and attack for 4 with Obsidian Spear. 4, 5, 6. And it does 7 because he's poisoned. So I just need him to go into the trap and he dies. Actually, I would go here on Infuser, and I can still hit him. This way I'm not adjacent to any character while they're long resting. Hive does get to heal because he's not in that mode. Gets all of these back. Let's see, a card to drop. I'm going to want to bring in my aimed assault turret. This is just a long scenario, so we want to bring it in at the right time, right? Definitely keep Faceless Entity. That's a really good card. There's a lot of movement here. So yeah, I got 4 more rooms. I don't think that maybe like these 2 rooms would be connected, but I don't think that these 2 rooms would be, just with how long this is. But maybe this is connected. Maybe this is just one big room. I don't think that that really changes which card I'm going to be dropping too much. I feel like I need Reconstructive Aid. Infuser's low. Kelp is low. Yeah, so Hijack's good. Long-range missiles is good. Maybe high-impact projectiles I don't need. I don't know. It's really good for spreading a lot of poisons, and it's good initiative. Maybe let's drop Reassemble. I don't know. I like Reassemble. I really like the idea of it. But I guess given that I didn't bring in a ton of summons in the first room, maybe I won't need it. And then Kelp heals. Gets the boots back. Oh, yeah, I didn't get to attack the guy because Infuser crit him. Drop Skewer the Flesh? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to want Invisibility. We'll keep Invisibility. Maybe I'll drop Crippling Terror. 15 Initiative is a really good point to be hitting. Tumultuous Panic is just really good to pair with some of my other cards. Maybe Staring into the Abyss? Maybe. I don't know. That might not be a good call, but I want to keep the 15 initiative to deal with guards without having to use boots. And then now I'm long resting Infuser. All of my characters were separated, so nobody has to lose anything. I would like to just go fast and get the kill with Kelp in order to pick up another trophy. Maybe that's dumb though. I could set Dark with Soul Hunger, and then like I could open the door and teleport over and be invisible. Like if I teleport 3 this turn, next turn I could teleport 3 and go invisible with Skewer the Flesh. Kind of like that. So let's just do Lacerating Stab with Soul Hunger. This way I can teleport over. 14 is a good initiative for me. Except I think I want to save Lacerating Stab, so maybe 15. The Archer can underspeed it, but I do have boots if I need to underspeed him. Long rest on Infuser, and I guess I'm moving forward here. I could move forward and bring in a summon. Maybe I'll try the Spinning Blade summon. I haven't tried it yet. So let's move forward and bring in the Spinning Blade. I kind of like that idea. The only other thing that I like is I would love to get a Regenerate on somebody with Hive. Well, I'll go into Infuser. Infuser needs the healing. Kelp. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So Kelp first. Teleport here. Set Dark. Give this guy a wound. So teleport, set Dark, give him a wound, and then just a default attack for 2. And we'll go ahead and... Do I need to buff it up? I kill with a -1. Let's not buff it up. Okay, cool. We got a 0, so that'll straight up kill. And we get the trophy out of it. Have I gotten assistant? I don't think so. I tried to set up for it, but then Infuser picked up the kill. So I don't think I've gotten assistant. But that's okay. Hive is going to go 1, 2, 3 and pick up this loot. And it's going to give Infuser a regenerate. I have the tavern, right? Yes, okay. So we'll just let's start from the bottom, but let's not do the bottom one, if I remember correctly. So 13.2. Yeah, okay. The world is full of junk, but it takes a trained mercenary's eye to spot the valuables in this pile of trash. You scoop up a few coins by returning to your whatever. So we just gain gold like we're on +1 difficulty, which would be... Wait. Are the gold piles really worth 6 on max difficulty? That's crazy. So we get 6 gold on Hive. And then we gave Infuser regenerate. So Infuser will heal 3 here. You know what? Let's go ahead and pop a Forest Imp as well. Everybody could use it, so I'm not against it. And then Infuser does its long rest. I already did the healing. Get all this armor back. Yeah, turning the dark into anything wouldn't really help. Not at this point. Let's see. I like opening the door with Swift Pivot, but I don't have a ton of movement now. I'm going to need to Veil of Protection, I think, this next turn. Is there any shot I drop Brittle? I don't think so. Maybe Obsidian Spear. It's a good card, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm just not feeling it. Oh, I don't think I wanted to bring in my my Spinning Blade, my Propeller. My first time playing this guy. So he's 1 health, move 5, attack 2, give wound to all adjacent figures, and self at the end of turn. So I want to command him to go into, like, the center of a group of enemies. Okay. Move 5 is really good. I haven't used him yet, so he's probably over here. There he is. Move 5 flying. So he's very easy to command. And I got him right at the door. Let's see. So do I want to just transfer to get this poison guy healed up? Poison is a really good mode to be in when I open the door. So I think that makes some sense. I also like setting up long-range missiles. But I don't necessarily want to long-range missiles the sword propeller. And if I'm putting my my multi-shot tank right where Hive is standing, that doesn't really do much. So maybe I move to transfer with my bottom instead. Is there any shot I'm opening the door now? I did heal up pretty well. So maybe I do want to open the door on Infuser. So that's having me go 1, 2, 3. I don't have elements to get anything up. Maybe I could go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and Coalescing Darkness into somebody with Infusion Potion. That's not bad. I guess that's about the best I'm going to do. Maybe I'll Torrential Cleave bottom so that I can move and set Leaf. Maybe I'll Torrential Cleave with Swift Pivot, because there's probably going to be something in melee range. And Swift Pivot seems pretty good. And I've got all my armor, so I'll be able to keep my Regenerate. Let's do that. The Torrential Cleave to move forward, set Leaf, and then the Swift Pivot to set Wind. Then I can Helmet Dark into Dark, or I might teleport over and go invisible. Let's teleport over and play Tumultuous Panic so I can go 1, 2, 3, go invisible if I want to, and go 1, 2. I like that. And then that leaves me... I'll be Horn of Commanding my Propeller to go up to somebody and wound them. Hopefully 2 or 3 somebodies. Maybe I just want to move forward and play my Aimed Assault Turret. I kind of like that idea. Also, though, maybe I don't even need to play the aimed assault turret. Maybe I can strategist rings it out. I'm sitting at 6 cards right now, so strategist rings does hurt my stamina. I'm going to go at hijack speed and maybe just like move forward and hit. And we'll figure it out from there. So first infuser is going to regenerate, and then it's going to go 1, 2, 3 with torrential cleave. So move 3, set leaf. Oh, whoops. Okay, cool. Okay, so it is a big room. Ugh. That's gross. That's a lot of guys. And they're all in the back, too. Oh, I didn't read the intro, did I? I didn't read any of this stuff. I don't remember reading it. The scenario is complete when character plus 4 swarms have been absorbed by Zoo. At the end of that round, read a thing. You push past wrought iron gates into what once was an ornate entrance hall, but today just barely provides a bit of... Okay. And then into the second room. Zoo swarms into position at the center of the room and expands into a cloud of insects. We are ready to accept the knowledge. A represents Zoo, an ally to you and an enemy to all monsters, but that cannot be interacted with in any way. They are not affected by any non-swarm traps or terrain. Okay, so Zoo is in the center here, but it sounds like he doesn't get attacked or anything. Whenever any gold treasure tile is looted... There are no gold treasure tiles? Create 1 poison trap in the closest empty hex. These represent swarms, which cannot be destroyed. At the end of each round, each swarm moves 2 hexes towards Zoo through any featureless hexes. Numbered tokens 4 through 12 can be looted as normal, and when each one is, create a poison trap in the closest empty hex. Okay, so that's what these in the first room are. We can loot these. So I'm going to want somebody to go do that. But I played cards for everybody to go in the door. And then... So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need 7. So I'm going to have to open either door 2 or door 3. But probably door 3 is the better bet, right? So... But there's no infinite spawning. After all swarms move, Zoo performs move 2, focusing on moving towards and occupying the closest hex with a swarm. If Zoo ever occupies a hex with a swarm, the swarm is absorbed and removed from the map. Okay, so best case scenario, if I were to get all 6 of these available right now, it's taking me like 10 plus turns. Because like the swarms would start moving towards Zoo. Zoo moves towards the swarms. These swarms would start moving, but there are a lot of feature-full hexes over here, so it's hard for them to get over here. It's going to take over 10 turns for me to clear out this whole area, which I think means full clearing this room. I will have to full clear this room, I think. And then I just, like, hopefully I can... Okay, so I'm going to get 6 last, so that Zoo will, like, be headed towards 6. So that it'll be close to door 3, so that I can just open door 3, loot the thing, and hopefully win in like 1 or 2 turns. But that means full clearing this room. Okay, let's get those tokens. So it should be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that accurate? 8, 9, 7, 6, 4, 5. Okay, cool. This seems very difficult. Dang, and this propeller is not going to get where I want it to. Okay. So Infuser finished her movement and played Swift Pivot, which is not going to do anything for me here. because I'm not getting melee attacked. I can only move forward if I move with boots, but I don't see any reason to do that. So I guess I'll just stay here and I'll swift pivot wind. Let's see. What do I get out of getting kelp, like, back here? Not much. I mean, kelp could, like, teleport onto an archer and bane it and kill it. I do think invisibility is going to be important here. I'm going last with kelp, it looks like, though, so it's not going to be important to have the invisibility immediately. Let's go ahead and helmet dark into dark, and I could stamina potion back my invisibility card, and I could go for invisibility next turn. I think I might want to do that, because it would be really nice if I could be invisible and, like, start wounding some of these things over here. Like, maybe I do, like, lacerating stabs. I teleport 3, hit 2, hit 2, hit 2, and just get these guys ticking with wound as soon as possible. If I could get the invisibility card back for that. Maybe something like that would be good. So I'll stand still on Infuser. And so now it is the priests. So move 4, target 2. Oh, crap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Target 2, range 3. So it'll hit Infuser and Toxin Distributor. And there's Pierce. And there's just no way for me to save the Toxin Distributor. So it has to miss. So first Infuser, attack for 4. It just does 4. And I can't really shield it since it has Pierce 3. That really hurts. And I get a curse. This is a horrible start. And then a miss. Let's go. And we get a curse onto Hive. That's really nice. Algok's guard stands still. Okay, that's fine. This guy moves 1, 2, 3. This guy moves 1, 2, 3. Okay. This guy moves 1, 2, 3. This guy moves 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guy moves 1, 2, 3. So this guy's going to attack Infuser, attack for 3. It'll deal 2. We'll block 2. Still took a lot of damage, though. And the guard stood still. Now it's Hive. Machine Bolter can't do anything. Toxin Distributor moves 1, 2. I can grant a summon a move. So the attack for 2 is going to do no damage, but this guy's going to get poisoned. And then I can grant a move. I think I'm going to grant this guy a move back. And then I will Horn of Command my blade. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Or do I want to go here? Does it hit all adjacents or only attack 1? Okay, it just attacks 1 target and then gives wound to all adjacent enemies. So let's go here, I think. And so we'll hit Archer number 1. And it does 3. And then Archers 1 and 5 get wounded. Man, it would have been so nice if I could have gotten it here. And then the sword gets wounded. So if I don't heal it in some way, it will die. I guess I could transfer into it, couldn't I? That feels a little bit troll. Let's see. So I want to start getting these swarms, but maybe it's not important to focus on that. Maybe it's most important to focus on getting these kills, because these things are going to be, it's going to be really important to kill these things. I want to get right here and brittle both of these guys and bane both of them this next turn. That's what I want to do. Yeah, move here, brittle both, bane both. 100,000,000%, that's what I want to do. So I'm figuring out my turn. I've got hijack, long-range missiles. Right now I am in rapid fire mode, so I can get a 2-target attack for 3 if I just move forward 2. If I move forward 1. If I move here, I can hit both of these guys for 3, and it poisons both. It's not useless. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. Into the priest. I get to move a summon for 2. I'm not sure that that helps. It does 1 damage. No, it does 2, because it was attack for 3, 4 because of the poison. I pulled a 0, and it gets reduced by 2. So he takes 2 damage, and then attack for 3 into the guard, and he takes 4. So we got some pretty good damage output coming out of Hive. Now, at this point, I think I do want the aimed assault turret. So let's play the strategist's ring. At the end of your turn, play 1 card from your hand to perform all persistent and mandatory abilities on either the top or bottom of the card. So I can summon my aimed assault. And I'll just put it behind me, because it's got range 4. It's only hitting the priest from here, but, you know, if this guard ever moves up, it'll be hitting the guard. I think it's pretty good. And so now okay, so we've got poison, poison. We need muddle, muddle, brittle, brittle. So I'm going to... Yeah, I guess I'm going at 20 next speed and hoping that's fast enough. If it's not, that's really bad. Which I guess means I don't want to be next to the priest. Which is fine. Okay. Yeah, I've got it. I've got it. So that finished Hive, I do believe, which is going to put us on Kelp's turn. So Kelp is going to teleport through the wall. And, oh, if I just muddle the priest, but I don't want to do that. So I will muddle the guard on my teleport. Teleport. I could go invisible, but I don't feel the need to do that. So attack 1 into the guard. It'll deal 3, and then move. I get a loot, and then I get an attack for 3, and it'll deal 4. That's very good damage. That is very, very, very good damage. So this next turn, I just need to brittle both with Infuser, which means Crystalline Aegis with Gemstone Resonance. Really unfortunate that I didn't get another infusion up yet, but it is what it is. And then I just teleport over here and I Bane both, which means that I am going to Stamina Potion back Skewer the Flesh, which is a level 1 card. Yeah, and I helmeted the Dark on this turn, so I will have Skewer the Flesh next turn. So I can Succumb to Fear, Skewer the Flesh, and Bane both of these guys. And I think I'm happy. I just need the initiatives to work out, which hopefully it will. I want to go slow on Hive because I want the Sword Propeller to tank a hit from something over here. Like, it's got 1 health and wounded anyway, so no point in going fast. So I guess I'll play Reconstructive Aid. And then I'm probably moving forward with Reconstructive Aid, so I'll play High Impact Projectiles and hope I can hit something. Here I've got to play Crystalline Aegis with Gemstone Resonance. No choices. Show me... Don't show me 23 out of Priest. That would make me upset. Because he would heal the guard. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But show me 89 out of the Priests. That's what I want to see. That was not what I wanted to see, but it's actually not bad at all because I'm not relying on attacking with these characters, so I don't mind Disarm. So this goes into Infuser. Attack for 4. With Pierce, it does 2 damage. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm totally, totally cool with that. This is why I wanted to end here on Kelp. This guy should be muddled because I went after him. This is why I wanted to end here on Kelp, because I didn't want to cause a situation where he would be, like, backing up from me. I mean, he could have backed up here and it would have been the same difference, but that was just my thought process for why I wanted to end up here. So that I can like, hide back here with Infuser. We get move 2, and then they're not in range. We get Shield and Retaliate, which is annoying, but doesn't really matter. It matters because this guy's not going to be muddled anymore. And I don't have any way to give him a negative condition now. Damn. And I can't underspeed with Infuser. I could Boots of Speed with Kelp to underspeed. That sucks. Okay. It's not the end of the world. So the guards go and they stand still and retaliate. The priests all went, so now it's Infuser's turn. So Infuser's going to step 2, have a pair of active infusions, and brittle both of these guys. Ah, dang it. This also sucks because now my summons are going to hit the priest. That's why I went slow on Hive. I wanted both my characters to go faster so that the Bane would hit the brittle, but now it's going to be summons. It's not the end of the world, but it's not amazing. And so now Kelp is going to teleport here and go invisible. So eat the dark and pay a token, pay a trophy, teleport 3. And then, so I guess maybe that means that I'll go ahead and wound this guy rather than muddling him. And then now he has 3 negative conditions on him. Unfortunately, I can't do... if I played like Lacerating Stabs, I'd be able to wound both. And so now I can just Bane one guy, so I will Bane this guy. And I am invisible on my turn. Then the archers. So this guy, it's in range 4. So he does see Infuser. So first in the blade. Okay, cool. He gets a +1 into the blade, the propeller. And then into Infuser. Attack for 3, it does 2. This guy, attack for 3 into Infuser, it does 4. So we'll block all but 1. And then this guy can't reach. And Kelp was invisible, so the other target doesn't go into him. Okay, and that's all of them. So my sword propeller comes to here, because it's not a lost summon. So we get the Plague Protocol is going to move 1, 2, and attack for 2. Let's see. It does 3, 4 because of poison, so that'll deal 2 after the shield, which will brittle to 4. And then I can transfer if I want, which I think I am going to do. So I take 4 damage, I transfer here, and the Machine Bolter goes here. And I believe it's the Machine Bolter's turn next, right? Yeah, because it's Plague Protocol into the Machine Bolter. So Machine Bolter does get a turn here. So it'll attack for 2. 3 because of the poison. It does 4, which will deal 2 damage. And then this thing also is going to attack. And it'll deal 2, or 1. So we didn't quite kill the priest, but he's going to suffer 1 and then get brittled next turn. Oh, and my Hive gets a turn, right? So I could heal myself, but I can't heal because I'm in poison mode, which is fine. So I guess I move forward 2 and I high impact projectiles. 1, 2. I'm in range to hit things here. This feels sketchy. What is my card situation like? My card situation is like Stamina Potion. So that's fine. We'll Stamina Potion and we'll go really fast next turn. So I'll move forward here, attack both archers, 1 and then 5. And I deal 4 and 1. But both of these guys get poisoned. And I'm happy. Stamina Potion, like I said, has to be a level 1 card. So it'll be Coiled Limbs, which is good, because movement is good here. It also could have been either of these, but I think Coiled Limbs is what I want the most. So I'm perfectly content with that turn like that. Definitely wish that this had played out differently and I got the Banes on the brittled targets, but it's not the end of the world. Slipping into death here is very interesting. If I could get it onto the archer, basically no matter what, the archer and the priest are still going to be next to each other since they have ranged damage. Maybe I want to look over here first. Desperate Throw into the guard is really tempting. And then just running away with a bottom. 1, 2, 3. It's not super amazing, but I want to go really fast and I want to run away. And then I probably want to heal with Veil of Protection or something. So I like that. I have to go fast and run away. Which means that I'm just going to go really slow on Kelp. And we'll play Slipping into Death with maybe Lacerating Stabs to get, like, teleport next to both these priests and wound both of them or something. It's something. We do get heal out of priests, which is good. Because this guy is going to have taken the most damage, so he'll be the one who gets healed up. And then, like, this archer has taken a lot. These guys are both poisoned, so the heals aren't going to actually heal them. So this guy's not going to get his Bane healed off, I don't think. He suffered 9. Here, he suffered 8. Oh, maybe he will. Whatever, we'll figure it out. So first is Hive. And so first is going to be my rapid fire. So attack. This time switching I don't think benefits me, so I'm not going to. It does still do 2 damage again. And then my sniper turret. It does 2 damage again. And then the Hive itself. So now this guy has suffered a lot. Oh, but he's not going to heal himself on his turn, and then he, like, dies to the Bane, right? So these guys won't even be able to heal him. I just need to hit him one time for him to be, like, guaranteed dead with Faceless Entity. Or do I want to go after this archer? I would love to kill this archer, actually. Oh, no, what am I talking about? I have to use my move 4 to run backwards. And then I really don't want my Machine Bolter to die. So this becomes a very difficult situation to actually parse through. Maybe I move to transfer. I think I might do that. Move 2, transfer, move 2. Summoning Coiled Limbs doesn't really help. Well, they're not hitting that hard. Maybe I summon my Coiled Limbs and I give them shield. I need to buy some time to survive here, actually. So I actually kind of like it. I'll summon my Coiled Limbs right here. I don't think I can summon it onto Zoo. But I'm fine with it. And then I would love to have this guy die, so let's Frenzy Potion him. I just need a 0. Nice. +1 on my attack for 2. Attack for 3 becomes 4. He suffers 2 damage, so now he dies to the Bane at the start of his turn. Or at the end of his turn. And then I will just move 2. And I could transfer, but I don't need to do that. Is there any chance that I want to move 2 transfers just to get my sniper turret a little bit closer? I actually kind of like that. So I'll move 2, transfer the sniper turret, and then move 2. And this way, once I transfer, I'll get the sniper turret a little bit closer. So we're in sniper turret mode, which is reduced movement, so I only get move 1. But I still got a move. I mean, I get slightly closer. And I'm giving my Mantle of Summoning Shield to the Leaper, who is just going to hopefully survive a lot here. Hopefully he can tank for like 2 turns. Now it's Infuser. So Infuser is going to attack this Algok's Guard with the attack for 5, 6 because he's poisoned. I really wish I could strengthen it or throw something into it. Ooh, you know what? I would love to Frenzy Potion him, but after the attack I'm going to be disarmed. So I would have to Frenzy Potion first, but then I'm losing 4 damage from the Brittle, unless I miss. Let's do the attack for 6, I think. Okay. It does 12 damage. And then now I'm disarmed, so I can't attack for 4. So I'll just move for 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, yeah, this is fine. Now yeah, I've got things tanking up here, so I'm fine with that. Then the priest goes. It suffers. It moves here because this guy is the lowest. It heals somebody in range, so it will heal the guard because he has suffered the most. And then it dies to Bane. Something died to Bane, so I get a trophy. Then these guys, 1, 2... Right? Yeah, trying to get to Zoo's Hex. It says he can't be interacted with in any way, so I think they can stand on him. And then this guy has suffered the most, so he heals 3. And then this guy stands on Zoo and heals 3. an ally to you, but cannot be interacted with in any way. I mean, if he can't be interacted with in any way, then I feel like he doesn't block. Because, like, blocking movement is an interaction, right? Okay, now we get all of the archers. So these are attacks for 0, because the Leaper has 1 shield, and I gave it 2 bonus shield. So it's got 3 shield. So attack for 3, it does no damage. Attack for 3, it does no damage. And then this guy, is he in range? Yes, he is. It does 1 damage into my Leaper. Leaper gets immobilized. And then we get these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's this guy going? 1, 2, right? Because Toxin Distributor is a lower... Toxin Distributor is faster than the Leaper, unfortunately. So maybe I should have summoned it in a different spot. That is unfortunate. There's not all too much I can do about that, though. So attack for 7, and it misses. No, it does 6. So I lose my poison mode, which is really good. So that hurts to lose. Especially because it feels like I probably could have positioned differently so that wouldn't have happened. But maybe it's not the end of the world, I don't know. But now if I transfer in, like, I go here, and I don't really like that. I get Kelp. Kelp has move. I'm not killing anything with slipping into death. I can double wound with lacerating stabs. So maybe I'll go here to double wound both priests. And then slipping into death can never kill. So we'll just do a default attack for 2. Make it an attack for 3 with advantage into the archer. So it's attack for 4 with advantage. It does 5. And then I only have 1 card, so I'm either short resting or lightning eeling. And the only one who doesn't want to do that is Hive. So we will do it. Lightning Eel, I think this means I want to get back invisibility. Because that way I can stay where I am. I go at 12 initiative. So I'll have to Radiant Boon the Dark. But I've got a trophy. And so I can just go invisible. I mean, I can go fast, attack this guy, teleport over here, and get wounds ticking down. Maybe into this archer. I like all of that. I can go at 12 initiative and get that done. Here, I get to recover a level 1 card. So Crystalline Aegis or Torrential Cleave. So Crystalline Aegis definitely feels like the play. Regenerate and Ward at this point seems really useful for me. And then over here, it doesn't matter as much because I'm just long resting. Has to be a level 1 card, though, so we'll take Reconstructive Aid because I'm probably going to need that. Very low on cards on Hive. Oh, Faceless Entity. Well, Reconstructive Aid is fine because if I have to lose a card to damage for some reason, Reconstructive Aid would be the one to do. But I'm long resting Hive. I think I'm just going to heal up and ward and everything with Veil of Protection here. And then Skull Collection, Skewer of Flesh. Heal out of the priests is a little annoying, but not the end of the world. Attack 8 out of Algox hurts. Attack 4 out of archers hurts. I don't think the Leaper survives that. Unless there's something I can do about it. So, who do I want first? Where do I want Hive to go is the question. And I think I want Hive before Infuser. So, we'll have Hive go first. Which means that I believe it is Bolter first. So please draw me a switch. No, it doesn't. It does deal 4 damage, though. Oh, only 3. This guy's not poisoned because he got healed. And then I don't get to switch, so my other guy doesn't get to go. Then my Leaper goes, but he's only focusing over here, and I don't have Horn. Oh, it's a long rest turn, so I get to choose how he does his stuff. So I will tell him to attack the priest. I believe that does 1 damage because they only have 1 shield. And then now the Hive does its long rest. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot about this. That really hurts. Okay, both of these guys suffer. Hive heals. No, it's suffer 3, isn't it? Not suffer 2, because it's hazardous terrain damage. Alright, well, I mean, I know you're not supposed to do it, but I'm abandoning the challenge. I mean, it hasn't played a single role in the scenario at all so far. So, dang, that should be an easy challenge to get, but there's if I do it right now, I just lose. Get all of these back. Unfortunately, I can't Soothing Scepter because I get it back at the end of my turn. Definitely keeping Faceless Entity. I think Long Range Missile. I think Hijack. Maybe I don't need Spinning Blades. I think of everything, Spinning Blades is the one I need the least. Alright, now it's Infuser. Infuser is going to regenerate and ward itself, and then heal for 5. Oh, and like I was saying with the planning phase, we're Radiant Booning Dark. I guess I am faster. I could have just Mana Potioned it. Because I didn't need to go faster than 22 on Kelp. But it's fine. And then now we are Kelp, so I think I attack for 2 and I try to kill this archer. So just default attack for 2. It's 3. It gets a disarm, which is really good. So it does 3 damage and it disarms. And then I will teleport 1, 2, 3. And pay the dark and a trophy to go invisible. And then I will wound this archer. And then I can long rest next turn. And then I think I'm going for my... I'll do my Ember Energy Source probably with the Plague Flask with... Oh, I need to go fast. Well, I can probably do Succumb to Fear with... Yeah, I can. Succumb to Fear with the 91 speed card. No, with Tumultuous Panic. Succumb to Fear with Tumultuous Panic. I can teleport, immobilize multiple targets, muddle one, or wound it. Disarm, yeah. And all the things over here already have negative conditions, so it'll be really easy to find 2 targets to Bane with Succumb to Fear. Yes, I'm very happy with that. And so that finishes Kelp. So now we get the Priests. This guy suffers, moves here, and heals. And then this guy suffers, stays here, and heals. Then this guy's disarmed, so he's just got move 2, trying to get next to the Leaper, so I guess he goes here, trying to get to that hex. This guy suffers, and he can go straight through me, and then attack the Leaper for 4, and it does 5, which does 4. And then this guy suffers and attacks the Leaper for 4, and it does 3. I mean, I needed the time that these summons are buying, but them dying is not really according to plan. Oh, I just realized that this guy's hitting a summon too. That's so bad. This guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and this guy goes 1. And now I have no summons. Hive was doing really well. It was doing really well. Aimed Assault is like also not... If I had to pick one mode to be in, Aimed Assault is not it with reduced move every turn. Dang. Yeah, I needed to keep my front line in front. Definitely a mistake. Should have used my Duelist Shoes to move Infuser in so that this rapid fire summon survived. I don't know. We'll have to see if it's possible. I'm kind of thinking it's not at this point. I have to just long rest on Kelp here. I don't think I have any other choices. I mean, going fast and hitting this guy and backing up just makes a lot of sense, right? Maybe I hijack instead. Infuser just has 2 cards, so we'll just play those. They're both bottom attacks, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. Another heal out of Priests. This guy had suffered 20. This guy had suffered less than 20. So actually, I think last turn, this guy would still be at 2 health because he would have healed this guy. Because he was standing here. Does that mean that both heals would have gone into him? Is this guy still poisoned and wounded? At this point, he suffered 17, and this guy has suffered 17, so it would be ambiguous, right? So I can have him heal this guy, and then this guy's actually still poison wounded. Which, I mean, I don't know why I'm going to the trouble of it, because none of it matters, because this guy moves 2, and then now this guy has suffered the most, so he gets healed. And then this guy goes 1, 2, and this guy has still suffered the most, so he gets healed. So yeah. Doesn't make much of a difference. Then... Oh, I didn't do Hive's turn. So it might make a difference. Well, let's attack for 2. And then attack for 2. So it does 2, 4, and it poisons. And now this guy has suffered 18. And we were at 17 over here, actually. So this guy is still poison wounded, because both of the heals go into here. This guy suffered more, so he gets healed, and the poison gets removed, and then he gets healed. And now he has more. But it doesn't really matter. And then I get to move away. Just move 2 with my bottom. Or I can command an attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's only... I only get to command a move 1 and an attack for 2. So I can't reach this archer with it, which would have been really nice. So I think I will back up. Well, I might as well have Hive tank, right? So let's have this priest attack this guard. And it does 2 damage. It would deal 3, because on my turn, he was poisoned while it was my turn. Now the priests go. Now the archers go. So this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shoots the hive because he was faster. Takes 3. And gets immobilized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy goes 1, 2, and shoots. Hive takes 2 from the first one, and then would take 5 from the next. That's fine. It's not good, but it's gonna have to work. Let's see. I can move 3, attack 3. I can use boots to move in. Is there anybody who I have any chance of killing? Not especially. This archer is gonna die. I need to kill these priests. I guess I need to kill this guard. Let's attack for 3 with the bottom of this into the guard. It'll set dark. It does 3. Let's attack him for 2 with the top of Guide the Flow. And it does 2. And then Frenzy Potion isn't killing here, so there's not much point. Do I have anything good coming? No. I have no cards, so I'm long resting next turn. I've got a little bit of armor. And I've got Hive who can tank for me. I guess that just is what it is. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, and I get 2 attacks into Hive. Oh, and they didn't pull the miss. It was the last card. Miss was their last card. So Hive has to lose 2 cards. Which really hurts. Kelp heals on its long rest, but it feels lost now. Let's see. What snowballs, hell's hope chances do I have? I can teleport in here and I can bane both of these archers. I mean, that's pretty good. Actually, you know what? Honestly, I feel like I can win this. I actually really do. I've got 1 trophy, which is all I need. So let's succumb to fear with Tumultuous Panic. I'm feeling it. And then I'm long resting both my other characters. Let's go at 10 so that we underspeed these archers, I think. Do I want to go after them? No, I want to go before them so that we can get the Bane damage out on them already. and give them disadvantage. Oh, but they're going to really hurt. Okay. Well, either way, the priests are first. Actually, first is Hive, because I want Hive to be the focus. So, yes, both of the priests see Hive. So, attack for 3. Hive would take 1 damage from it. So, lose these 2 cards. And then attack for 3, and Hive will lose the card in its hand. Oh, but then I have to do my long rest already. So maybe I don't want to be at 99. Oh, wait, I'm at 1, so I would have done my long rest first, right? So I would have had a card in my hand. I would have gone ahead and done the long rest, and I actually would have survived the first hit because I would have healed for 2. And so I would have just taken 1 from the first hit, and then the second hit I would have lost a card, and then I still have 1 card in hand. I just forgot about doing the actual long rest first. Nice. So I have 1 card in hand for the rest of this round to tank a hit with. Now it is Kelp. So Kelp will go 1, 2, 3, 4 with Tumultuous Panic and immobilize guy number 1. Did I do the wound? Yeah, I think I did the wound on both of these guys. No, I don't think I did. And then immobilize both archers 3 and 5. Now I get to disarm 1 guy. So let's disarm guy number 3. And then, because I'm coming in like this, let's muddle priest number 1. It doesn't make much of a difference. Got the immobilize, got the disarm. And then now we will succumb to fear. So I'm out of trophies at this point. With the Ember Energy Source to get 2. So we pay 1 token, and we get to bane 2 normal or elite enemies with 3 negative conditions. So I could go for priest, but I think I want to get both archers the most. And so I bane both of these guys. And then now it is the archers. So this guy dies to wound, and I get a trophy. This guy suffers from his wound and then suffers 10. This guy suffers from his wound, attacks for 3, and it'll deal 3, and then suffers 10. And then I need to get 2 3-damage traps, which might be really annoying. I'm not sure. So they did their turns. Then the guards are just retaliating. I didn't realize that. So that does that. And then Infuser heals up. And we are new turn. Dang, I never used one of my armor. During my turn, I will Duelist Shoes to get right up in these guys. And then it gets refreshed at the end of my turn. And I think I'm going to Mana Potion here. Mana Potion makes a lot of sense to me right here. Maybe I drop Veil of Protection. And then what 2 elements am I Mana Potioning? Caress of the Night to get the Strengthen. Is there any good thing to hit with Swift Pivot? I can hit these 3 all with Swift Pivot. Oh yeah, I'm doing that. So we'll get Dark and something, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to go, they're both halved, because I said it with Mana Potion last turn. And then I'll go Swift Pivot with Caress of the Night. So start with Caress of the Night, strengthen myself, and then I'll hit these 3 with the Swift Pivot, and hopefully deal big damage. So what am I doing on Kelp? Is it time to go for Lacerating Stabs to try to... I could, like, attack for 2, attack for 3, attack for 4. I do have my Spyglass and Heavy Sword, so I can make it deal extra damage. That sounds good. Slipping into Death also sounds okay. The only problem is that then I need to take an attack, which means that I might be dying. So I think I like Lacerating Stabs for the loss. If there's dark, I can skewer the flesh, and I will know because Infuser will have already gone. And the odds of Infuser setting dark are actually quite good. Yeah, okay. I'm very happy here. And then Hive is done. Hive only has one card. But it bought a lot of time, and it gave a lot of conditions. Heals out of priests is not the end of the world. This is why I really want those archers dead. And then big attacks out of guards. It's okay. So we will start with Caress of the Night. So I strengthen myself, and then I get to... Oh, I also regenerate. And then I get to attack somebody for 3 with my Boon of the Tempest. Let's hit this guy. It does 4. Oh, wait. It does 4 with either one of those. And it's going to give this guy Wound and Muddle because Caress of the Night is up. And then now I will Swift Pivot. So what exactly is this formation like? The guy next to me and the 2 guys next to him. So we form a triangle and then one more guy. So I'll jump over here and then I'll do the loss on Swift Pivot. It's going to set either Wind or Leaf. So we'll go ahead and set Leaf with it. We get 3 attacks for 4. So first into guard number 1. It does 5. This guy's going to take Wound and Muddle. Then into the Priest. Attack for 4. Oh, beautiful. So it's going to deal... The attack for 4 is going to deal 5, 6, 7. And then he's got 1 shield, so he takes 6. And he will get muddled. And then into the final Priest. Please show me a dark. Please show me a dark. There we go. We get Wind and Dark, Relief and Dark. So we will set the dark. It's only going to deal 3. But that's okay. That is A-okay. And so now we get to go invisible with Kelp, which is really going to help. And everything is wounded, which is really, really nice. I think we might possibly win. Maybe possibly. Potentially. There's a slight chance. So I am going to Lacerating Stabs. I feel like I have to play this loss. I really wish I didn't, but I feel like I do. So attack for 2, 3 because he's poisoned. Please show me a 0. Okay, +2 will kill. That will get me a trophy. Then I've got attack for 3. So let's go into this Priest. It will deal 3. Happy with that. Then attack for 4. I'm going to Spyglass and Heavy Sword, so it's attack for 5 with advantage. Beautiful. So the attack for 5 with advantage is going to deal 5. And it's going to disarm, which doesn't matter because he's going to die to it. Then I've got Teleport 3, pay a trophy to go invisible. Do I even need that? Not really. Maybe I want to just get onto this so that I can start getting the things that I need. If I'm going here, I do need to go invisible so that this guard doesn't target me. So that he'll target Infuser. This thing's going to die. I want to be close, right? Because, like, next turn, if I can hit this guy a little bit with Infuser, I could Slipping into Death him to Bane one of the priests, and that would be really good. So I think I'm going to go... Well, let's see. This guy with move 2, he sees this hex, right? It's like 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. So if he goes 1, 2, this guy sees 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go up here. So actually, if I hit this guy with Slipping into Death, there's no way for him to Bane an adjacent because it has to be a normal. So I can't kill this guy with Slipping into Death and Bane this guy. So just with the way they're positioned, it's actually not going to work no matter where I go. Unless I teleport here. This guy goes 1, 2. Then this guy now is going to go here or here. Okay, so I teleport there and go invisible. So I need to eat the dark. I need to pay one of the trophies that I just got. Did I get the right number of trophies? I think so, because I get one when this guy dies. And I go invisible. Then this guy suffers. Or no. This guy suffers. He'll go 1-2 to get closer to this hex. And then... Oh, no. Okay, this archer is disarmed. We got to remember that I pulled that. But this archer has suffered the most damage, right? It suffered 18. No, this guy has suffered the most. He suffered 27. So he heals this guy, and then this guy has still suffered the most. So this guy will heal him. And then now it's the archers, so this archer dies, and I get a trophy. And then this guy is no longer wounded, but this guy first. Attack for 5 with disadvantage. No, attack for 7. It does 6. So let's take 3. Lose the regenerate in the ward. And then this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4 and attacks for 7. He's muddled. And it does 6. And so we'll block 5, but I'm going to save the kite shield for negative conditions. And I feel like that could / should / would have gone better. But it's okay. I just don't think I can get enough damage into this guy to slipping into death to kill the priest, which would be best. But maybe I can. Maybe I can. Is it worth it to be going Soul Hunger here? I don't think so. I kind of like Gemstone Resonance, but maybe I don't need it. Torrential Cleave is very interesting. I have boots, so I can Torrential Cleave to immobilize these guys and then get over here. I like that. Maybe I Desperate Throw? Crystalline Aegis is also very interesting. It's very, very interesting. This is like so convoluted, but I'm thinking I'm going to Torrential Cleave to immobilize these two guys. It'll set Leaf for me. I'll Crystalline Aegis to brittle 2 targets. I'll brittle this guard and this guard. I'll use my Frenzy Potion to attack for 4 with the brittle and the strengthen. I'm hoping to pull like a +1 or a +2 to deal like 10 or 12 damage to him. These guys are immobilized. Then I use my boots to move right next to this guy so that this guard can't hit me. Then on Kelp, I go... Oh, do I have... I don't have Teleport 3, do I? It's move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's okay. I can go down here with Infuser. These guys can't... This guy can't reach me because he's immobilized. I go here with Kelp. If I did 12 damage to this guy, then I guess I poison him with my potion. Slipping into death is only an attack for 1, though, so my odds of killing are very low. So I need to get good damage out of Infuser, but it's possible for me to get a kill on this guy, which would bane this priest, which will hopefully kill the priest. Very convoluted, but I like it. I don't know if Crystalline Aegis gives me a better bet than just, like, Desperate Throw would. But if I Desperate Throw, then I get immobilized. Also, the nice part about Crystalline Aegis is it leaves this guy brittled. But he's wounded anyway. So that doesn't actually help me. So I guess Desperate Throw is better. The only problem is that then I can't Gemstone Resonance the next turn. Ugh. So convoluted. Okay. Don't show me range card out of guards. I don't know if that's better or worse. Okay. Actually, I'm invisible on Kelp, which is so nice right here that I got the 2 turns of invisibility. So this guy is just going to attack for 3 into Infuser. It does 5. I can block 1. Yeah, this guy's not elite, so I can block 1. Crap. So we'll block the curse with the kite shield and block 1 damage, so I take 4. And then this guy's going to back off. Let's keep him next to this guy, just in case. I don't know if it's going to matter, but just in case, right? And then we get an attack into Infuser. Attack for 3. It does 2. And I already gave myself the curse. Very sketchy, very sketchy, very sketchy. Oh. Also, they get Retaliate now, so I just can't do that plan at all. Okay. So the guards go, and they go ahead and get their retaliate. And that's just fine. I can't really do much about that. Slipping into death is never killing one of the priests. Let's see. How do I want to play this? I've got Crystalline Aegis to brittle 2 targets. I have Infusion Potion. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Let's regenerate Ward with Crystalline Aegis bottom. Let's use Boots to go over here. Boots to jump to the other side. Then, I've got the Leaf. I will Infusion Potion the Wind, and I get to attack both of these guys with Torrential Cleave. So it's attack for 4. I'm strengthened. Let's go Priest first. The attack for 4, it does 5. So 5 in an element or 6. Let's take the... What do I get out of an element? It was only wind or dark, right? No leaf. So I don't get gemstone resonance. So I actually don't get much out of an element. So let's take the 6. The only thing is I would just absolutely love to get it killed here. If I do 5... No. Dang. I was thinking for a split second if I pushed it this way. Dang, so I should have hit the guard first. But I already said I was targeting the priest. Oh, I can push the priest into this trap and kill him. So we'll take the 5 and we'll take the dark. So he'll take 4, and then he gets pushed in the trap and takes 3. And then an attack for 4 into this guy. It will deal 3 because he has 1 shield, but I push him away from the retaliate. And then he suffers 3 from the trap. And then there's no way for me to kill this guy to get the Bane onto the priest, unfortunately. But that was still like a really good turn out of Infuser, I think. Let's see. I'm going to just simply have to short rest on Kelp. There's no other way around it. But maybe I'm just short resting to get my invisible card back again. And I'll just go invisible. So what can I do here? These guys are all wounded, so I don't get too much out of moving next to any of them. Nothing's low enough for slipping into death to kill. If I do a melee attack into one of these guys, I take retaliate. So I guess I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 and muddle this priest and attack it for 2. And it'll deal 1. But maybe every damage counts, right? Maybe. I do have Frenzy Potion available. I do have Dark available. So let's short rest. Skull Collection is fine. That is not a bad card to lose here. I don't have Boots. That is painful. Is there any shot I can go fast enough with Infuser to get this guard low enough to slipping into death? Probably not. I've got to just do Succumb to Fear with Skewer the Flesh. And it puts me invisible. I'll use my Poison Potion. I get to poison all 3 of these guys with it, which is really good. And so I'm just going after 20. There's no leaf for Gemstone Resonance, which would be best. Maybe I Desperate Throw and I run away. I think I like that. Desperate Throw and run away. Heal out of priests. So if I can just get the guards. Okay, so let's attack this guy with Desperate Throw. Attack for 5. I'm not strengthened anymore. 6, and it sets Leaf. And then I will go 1, 2, 3 with my bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where was I? Oh crap, where was I? Right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Then Kelp is going to Bane. Oh, first I poison all 3, right? with my poison flask. Then I'm going to Bane this priest. And then I'm going to teleport here, eat the dark, pay a trophy, and go invisible. And then I looted this thing, so it's going to give me one of the poison traps to move towards Zoo. Finally. Oh, actually, I would much rather go here and get this one. So these have to go through featureless hexes, so they're going to go all the way around, but I would rather get this one than that one, I think. This guy should also be muddled because I hit him with Infuser. Not that it matters much. So this guy, oh, I'm invisible over here. So he goes this way, right? 1, 2. This guy dies to wound first. Then this guy moves over here. He heals the lowest guy, which is this guy, and then dies to the Bane. So that's 2 more trophies. Death to wound and death to Bane. This guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I didn't want to go invisible. Because I kind of have screwed my Infuser, who is disarmed here. I don't think I did the regenerate. Yeah, because it was last turn that I regenerated and warded myself. Okay. Dang. Yeah, I lost Swift Pivot, because that would be amazing here, as would Veil of Protection. 4 cards is not very many. So I'm going to play these and hope that it works, and I'll long rest my Kelp. Okay, this thing moves 2, and Zoo moves 2, right? I need to start doing those. Well, no, 30 is always fast enough, right? So I can just get to the back, and just hopefully they won't be able to reach me. And then just start moving up there. Beautiful. Okay, this guy stands still. Now, does that mean that I'm trying to kill this guy? No, because I'm disarmed. If I weren't disarmed, I would definitely try to kill this guy. But given that I'm disarmed, I guess I won't. I will go 1, 2, 3 with jump and loot this. And then I will be long resting and just hoping that that works. Then Kelp is going to go, I guess, 1, 2, 3, like this, trying to get over to that one. And that sets dark. Oh, and it gains a trophy because I'm invisible. And then can't do slipping into death. And then we will see standing still out of guards again, hopefully. That would be amazing. Let's move this towards Zoo and this towards Zoo. So I guess I'm long resting both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They need to move 5, which is their base move. So if they get a hard hitting card, they won't reach. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't move this thing for 2, actually, so it would have gone there. This guy was here, and this guy was here. So now this guy would go 1, 2, 3, and this guy would go here, because the trap moved that way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Infuser, I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't have boots, so can't move. Does have Circlet of Elements, so we'll turn this dark into Leaf. And then we'll heal for 3. And get all of her armor back. The armor back is the important part. So I think now, at this point, I think I might be in the clear. Drop Coalescing Darkness. We're never going to need that. Well, this is not very many cards, so let's not celebrate too much. This thing is going to move to Zoo. Right? After all swarms move, he moves 2, focusing on moving towards and occupying the closest hex with a swarm. If he ever occupies a hex with a swarm, the swarm is absorbed and removed the map. So... At the end of each round, each swarm moves 2 hexes towards Zoo through any featureless hexes. Okay, so he absorbs this one, so we've got 1, and then he starts moving 2 towards this over here. We just want to keep as much movement as we can, so we'll keep all the teleport 3s. And new round. So What do I want to do with Infuser here? I guess I want to move up, attack with the bottom and kill, and then Desperate throw this guy back here. The only problem with doing that is that then I'm disarmed, and I can't. So maybe I'll just do Crystalline Aegis to do just a default attack too. I just need a +1 to kill. And let's do it with Torrential Cleave. I think it's fine. And then over here, I just need to... Oh, this thing needs to move too. Then I just need to teleport 3 over here to get this one. And I'm happy. Okay, so Infuser lets Boots to get right here. And then just default attack for 2. Nice. It kills. And then with my bottom, move here and set Leaf. And then looting this will give me another trap. Hopefully I'm on pace to make this work. I don't know if I am, but hopefully I am. Kelp is going to teleport 3 and loot this. This guy is going to suffer. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Attack for 7. And the attack for 7, it would deal 7, so let's block 7. Or let's block 6, and then there's 1 remaining, which the ward will take care of, and then I don't lose my regenerate. And then we get move 2, move 2, move 2, and then move. So that is a second one absorbed by Zoo. Actually, does he still have 1 move left? He would move 1, absorb it, and then move 1, wouldn't he? I think so. So I just need to get this and these 2. 1, 2. Oh, and this. Okay. But I can't get both of those on Kelp. Can I get one of them? Or do I only have 1 turn left on Kelp? I long rest, and then I just have 1 turn of movement left. So maybe... Do I just open this door? That seems sketchy. I mean, this room should have more in it than this one. But if I'm not opening the door, then I'm not accomplishing anything on Kelp? I don't know. It's a tough call. Maybe I'm running away on Infuser, because I'm not sure that I'm actually going to be able to... Okay, thankfully he's not faster than me. He's moving 5, so I can move, like, all the way away. So I can go 1, 2, 3 with my bottom, and then turn this into a strong element. I also get a loot 1. I wish I got more loot on Kelp. And then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 with my top first. And then move 2, loot 1 so that I actually loot this rather than looting that loot card. I think it was right there. And then that'll get me another Poison Swarm, which is much better for me. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's definitely not reaching. Yeah, I think I'm just kiting him. I'm just kiting him and surviving on Infuser is the goal. So I guess I'm just looting on Kelp. So that's what happens next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't do the regenerate, but this is actually very sketchy because it's not impossible for him to deal 7 damage next turn. I'm not teleporting here because I am long resting. I really wish I had more movement and I could make it over there to tank for Infuser. I guess I short rest Infuser. Number of turns I don't think really matters here because I've got so many things to go get. I just need to be kiting this guy around. Okay. But I want this armor so badly before I open that door. I just need to survive an attack for 7. I'm going to be so sad if I lose it because of this. Oh, and I've got very few cards left. Oh, beautiful. He does that. Oh, I didn't do these guys last turn. So Zoo absorbed 2 in that turn. And then he's moving towards this guy. Kelp will just teleport 3. I believe I did this guy's wound already. I heal 3, and I get all my armor back, which is very, very nice. This thing will move 2, and Zoo will move 2. And so I just need to get this one and then one more. But Infuser is very low on cards now, and Kelp is just a lifeless husk. Ooh, maybe I want a Torrential Cleave, because I could move to Immobilize and move 3 with my top. So let's keep Torrential Cleave. Let's drop Gemstone Resonance, I guess. Yeah, I don't really actually have any use for that, do I? Generally, it's a card you always want to keep, but at this point, not necessarily. Cool, I'm faster, so I will move up, set Leaf, which probably doesn't matter, Immobilize, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 with my top, with Guide the Flow. 1 hex short of looting the thing, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. This guy suffers. He can't reach me. Kelp finishes its long rest and is dead. And then now we just get Infuser. One, two, three. Okay. I don't have enough movement to... Oh! I have to loot 1, though. Do I open this door right here? I know that the guards aren't doing anything, actually, so I'm going to. I regenerate. I will move 1, 2. Where's the token? It's right here. I think I've got it. So, with my final piece of movement, I will move here and loot the thing, which gives me a Poison Swarm right here. And I turn my element into strong. Archer is going to shoot me for 5. And I would take 6. So I'll block all 6. Oh. Damn. Okay. I was thinking I could use my boots to get here, but that doesn't actually really help me. I would get disadvantage on the attack, but then now I'm 2 turns away from token 5, which I don't want to be. And then an attack for 5, it does 4. So I lose my regenerate. This thing moves 2. Zoo moves 2. And I can get it in this next turn. I just need to survive. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so close. Okay, we've got move 3, attack out of this archer. We have no attack out of the priest. And we've got move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got enough cards to lose, though. I think I've got this. I believe I've got it. Let's just attack the archer. It doesn't matter. It does 5, and he'll get poisoned and wounded. And then I go 1, 2, 3 with jump with my bottom. I loot this, which gives me the final poison swarm. Did I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay, it just didn't give me enough. That gives me the final poison swarm. And then the archer is going to go 1, 2, 3 and attack me for 5 with disadvantage, and it'll miss. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and attack me for 7, and I'll lose a card. And then... Okay. I still win it. I still win it. What I needed to do, because now this guy would step on this poison trap and break it. What I needed to do was move to loot 1 rather than doing the attack. So I moved to loot 1 from here to get this, which will put the poison swarm there, which doesn't matter. And then I use my boots to go 1, 2, 3. The archer would have been over there on my turn. So I used the boots to go 1, 2, 3 to get up onto the priest. So now the priest will just move here and not step on the trap. The archer wouldn't have taken any damage, wouldn't have been wounded, wouldn't have been muddled. He still would have drawn the miss. And so I would have had these like this, and this guy would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4 and stood on Zoo. And then he would have hit me, and then I lose the card to not take damage. Then this guy stands here. He blesses himself. And then both of my poison traps move onto Zoo. Or Zoo moves onto them, however you want to look at it. And we win the scenario. That was a cool one. I liked that one. It was very, very, very close. These characters are insane. Infuser is absolutely bonkers. Really wish I could have picked up some more of this loot, man. I really needed loot on Kelp, and what did I get? Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Although I really wish I had gotten one more. Kelp got some money and some hide and a rock root. Either way, fun level. Very fun level. What was in this final room? Okay, I'm really glad I didn't go in there. It did have 2 tokens in there. So yeah, if you're playing 4-player, you need to go to the top room rather than the bottom. But that's a pretty easy thing to figure out, I think. Whew. Okay, we didn't have any special rules when we opened the door. I liked that level. I have liked this entire quest line. This is definitely one of the good quest lines. So it's entirely possible to lose this by the poison traps, by monsters stepping on the poison traps. All right, cool. We're just assuming that all of my logic at the end there was correct, which I think it was. Zoo finishes consuming the last of the repositories, drawing to a full height that towers over you. The remaining Algox take this as their cue to leave and hustle out without putting up more of a fight. Jim waddles into the room and notes the number of corpses. Well, you lot certainly have a way about you. Her tone is anything but admonishing. If anything, it's envious. Zoo contemplates for a moment, communing with the new knowledge, then speaks. We know where Bartlett is, but why should we disturb the Savas's rest? The old orchid addresses the harrower as though she's standing before the dumbest creature on the planet. Because we can finally put it to rest, once and for all. You have the knowledge of thousands of years of harrowers stuffed into that cloak, and you still don't see it, do you? Zoo pulses in thought, then gives a nod in your direction. Has she told you we were like you? Jim shakes her head. Come on now, Zoo. You'll scare the poor crew. She sees your confusion, then rolls her eyes. We were mercenaries some time long ago. A long time ago. We adventured together, Zoo, Bartlett, and I. And another. You can't help but notice the catch in her voice. Then we made a mistake, and... well, now we're here to put old ghosts to rest. That's all I'll say, and you'll deal with it, because we're the clients and you're the mercenaries. She brightens up. My, it's a good feeling to say that. Wouldn't want to be in your shoes. She lets out a snorting chuckle. Now, my dear Zoo, lead the way. I can't wait to get the old band back together. Gain a checkmark and 10 XP each, and into the black. I'm not sure if I got Exterminator or not. I do not know if I killed a priest. Actually, I might not have even killed an archer. Kelp killed a lot of the stuff. Well, Bane and Wound killed a lot of the stuff. I don't think that I got Assistant. I lined up for it on one turn. But I don't think that I got it. I think that Kelp was just always leaving things to die to Wound, and then there was like the Lacerating Stabs turn that got a couple kills. And I definitely failed Prohibitionist. So no battle goals for me, but I do get 10 XP, which almost levels me up. And 1 check mark. and 10 XP, which almost levels me up. Not that close. And 1 check mark. And I feel like I'm going to level up here. No. No levels on anybody. And 1 check mark. Alright. I enjoyed that level. I'm not sure if I did all of the right stuff with Hive. I should have protected summons better. There were definitely times when I could have protected summons better and had the end of that be a lot cleaner and smoother. But I was very happy with my decision to when to attack and when to run. And I was very happy. It worked out really, really well to have like the triple stamina potion or like double stamina potion to have like 5 turns of invisibility back to back to back on Kelp and just like wound everything in the back, get them lower so that lacerating stabs, like a double bane plus lacerating stabs, could kill the archers. I'm very, very happy with how well all of that worked out. Really, really, really fun to play these characters together. A little bit sad that I didn't get to get the in the middle. I went for like a double brittle, double bane turn, and that just didn't work out at all because of the monsters going faster than me, which would be an argument for Boots of Speed. But also, this is the second scenario now where at the very end I realized I can win if and only if I have the duelist shoes, because I needed the duelist shoes to jump back over my trap so that the that priest wouldn't step on it. But either way, a very fun level. My kelp items put in a lot of work. We'll pass a week. We'll get a winter outpost. You're admiring some new construction going up in town when you feel a nagging thought at the back of your mind. Your companions, the ones who've fought by your side for countless hours, they're preparing to betray you. No, it's worse than that. They already have betrayed you, conspiring to take everything you hold dear and twist it to their own end. Monsters. What's this? It's unthinkable, but they are in fact lurkers in disguise? That doesn't seem right. Polar bears in disguise? Hold on a second. You shake off the sentiment and see 2 vermling children giggling in a nearby alley. They dart off as soon as you notice them. Option A, confront them about personal boundaries. Option B, put them to work on a project of your own. Option B. Ha, nice. You bring the vermling children to the crater, the burned-out drinking post where Frosthaven's bar used to be. You never got to experience the original bar before it was destroyed in an attack, but the crater certainly fills the hole in the town's heart. According to plan, the vermling children help nudge your fellow patrons into showing their appreciation for your bravery around the town with a bit of coin. It's probably not the best lesson to teach them, but it sure feels good getting the recognition you deserve. 10 collective gold. Throw all of that right here. Very nice. And then now we can spend a butt ton of gold. Let's spend 18. So 42 minus 18 is going to be 24? Yeah. Let's go the right direction. And then we get 333. We get 2 herbs. Ooh, we got a rock root. Okay, we really wanted that rock root. I could go for health potion on infuser. That would be really good. I really like all the potions I have. I don't think I actually used the major frenzy potion in that level, so maybe I should be more cavalier. I shouldn't be holding on to a really good tool like a major frenzy potion and like losing a level. I think I was also way too hesitant to get infusions out on infuser. Definitely some food for thought there. Because like I just could have been a lot more effective with a lot of infusions out. Maybe start stacking up some curses. Yeah, I'm not sure. I definitely got some stuff wrong there. Where was this scenario? Does it say in here? The Radiant Forest. And then I believe I'm at least I'm probably 2 buildings behind. So let's put us at 6 out of 12 buildings. Something like that, right? I might even be 7 with the tavern built. I think I'm going to go up to 7. No, because I only had 2. I don't know. We'll leave it at 6. And then I'll go up to 7 when I build one. Is that everything in town? I might as well donate. I've got gold here. That's not right. Pull out that curse. And then... Okay, that finishes daytime. And then it's downtime, but I can't afford that stunning bracelet, which is what I really want on Kelp, so... Maybe I should be running Morbid Camouflage. Morbid Camouflage would have been really good. It would have been a lot better for invisibility than Skewer the Flesh. Well, that's not necessarily true. But move 2, pick up a loot, and go invisible is insane. Not sure. I really want this Grim Trophies. Just for the bottom. Maybe eventually sometimes I'll play the top, but mostly for the bottom. And maybe I don't really want to be running Crippling Terror all the time. I need it as, like, a a party-wide way to deal with shields. Because it grants Pierce to summons, which is really good. But maybe it doesn't come to every level. Because, like, the top is okay, but not that good. Torrential Cleave did really, really, really well in that scenario. I'm very happy to have that card back. That's a really, really hard card to let go on Infuser. Like, it's a level 1, so it feels like you should be replacing it with level up cards, but both halves of it were really good. To be able to push into both of those traps that those archers had set was really, really clutch. And then the move and make element is really nice. The immobilize is really nice. Very happy to have that in the deck. And then I think I only played this Veil of Protection for the heal one time, but it's going to be a lot better for me than the other level 2 card. Which, you know, just got to bring up my cheating again, right? Okay, I guess we're ready to just build a building, because I don't think there's anything, anything crafty to get on Kelp. Corrupted Blade. I mean, it's better to have a Corrupted Blade than to not have one, right? It's just that I don't have the bottom that pairs with it super well, because I would want to be able to bottom, move, and attack in Corrupted Blade. So... Oh, I really want to try this Parrying Gauntlet, actually. Yeah, let's get that. That's actually really good. So, wood and hide. Metal and hide. I don't have them yet, but once I have these invisible cards to be able, like, something moves up to me to attack me and I get to hit it and go invisible, amazing. Something moves up to attack me and I get to attack it and disarm it, amazing. I get to attack it and stun it, amazing. It's like 5 of my, I'm down to 16 cards at this point. So if I have like a 5 in 16 chance that when something moves up to me, it's not going to be able to hit me, like, that's so good. Especially if I can strengthen it and make it, you know, 2 chances at a 5 and 16. Just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, very, very happy to get a Parrying Gauntlet in my other hand. Then I just want Cloak of Pockets. It's like the only other thing that I really, really want. Or like major Cloak of Pockets, whatever it's called. Cloak of Many Pockets. Cool. I'm happy. And so now we're building, right? And I just hit Prosperity 7, so I can... Ooh, am I double building Craftsman and Trading Post? And I can get all of the final items? I don't know which ones are better. I probably don't have enough resources. Do I have any up here? 3 wood. So we'll definitely use 3 wood. Let's go for Trading Post first. So 1 morale, 3 wood. So I need 2 wood, 4, and 4. 2 wood, 4, and 3 with the tavern. The building lodge. Okay. I'm not going to be able to get the craftsman yet. The craftsman was more expensive, I think, so... Oh, I can upgrade the garden, too. Oh, that's going to be crazy. But we did the trading post first. Craftsman's really expensive. Very excited to see what we get here. 1 prosperity and 196 too. Oh, I totally forgot about the restriction on the number of items you can buy. I don't know if I've ever broken it, but it doesn't seem that important. My first building I've ever upgraded all the way. I don't think that's true. The trading post is an odd sight today. A massive pile of birdseed nearly blocks the entrance to the shop. Its reluctant proprietor, Zane, and the Quattrel mail carrier are arguing outside. Despite being half Zane's height, the mail carrier has a voice that carries. I don't know what scam you're trying to pull this time, Zane. You ordered it weeks ago. I heard it with my own ears. So I dragged it up that mountain, through the pass, and now you're gonna pay for it. She wrestles a coin purse out of Zane's arms and walks off in a huff. Zane shouts after her, I never ordered this. It's ridiculous. I've got a lot of friends, you know, friends in high places. Squabbles, perched in the rafters of the tent, speaks up in a pitch-perfect rendition of Zane's voice. Block! Crates of birdseed, so many crates, fill your cart, I can pay. Realization crosses Zane's face, and he narrows his eyes at the rainbow parrot. You did this. I'm gonna... Hey, wait a second. With a snap of his fingers, an idea has formed as he turns to you with his suave demeanor. Say, you don't happen to know any strike fiends who understand currency, do you? This could make an amazing opportunity. This could be an amazing opportunity to make a Shrike friend. Add 147 to 155. The final purchasable items. So what do we get? Mask of Terror, add push. So you're immune to retaliate. Really good in some scenarios, I would think. Like, really, really good. Push is always optional, so, like, being able to ignore or retaliate when you need to sounds really, really nice. Circlet of Sanctity. After the next 3 attacks targeting an ally within range 2, flip this card over. During your turn, ward someone. Range 2 is really short, though. I don't think I can see myself ever using that. I mean, it would be nice. Every 3 attacks, the next attack is half off. Plate mail. I mean, that's probably better than a burst shield 3. But, like, do you really want to be attacked 5 times in a rest cycle? I don't know. I don't know about that. Robes of the Oak. During your turn, heal 3 on an ally adjacent to you. I don't think I can drop Mantle of Summoning. I think Hive would be the most likely place for it. Like, there's no reason to give a heal 3 to an ally on Infuser, I don't think. And not really on Kelp. Kelp's not necessarily going to be, like, adjacent to allies that much. Basic moves are move 4 instead of move 2. Definitely good on some characters. I don't know who that would be, like their opportune boot. But possible. Steel Tabatons at the end of your turn. If you have moved 1 or fewer hexes during your turn, gain shield 1 for the round. That wouldn't be bad on Infuser, but I think the boots that I have are just too good to drop. Long Spear. During your single target melee attack, change the targeting of the ability to 2 hexes instead of 1. This would be good on Infuser. I could turn my attack 5 target, or my attack 5 disarm self into a 2 target. I think I want the Slippery Sword more for that attack. But it's not bad. I don't know. Anything on Kelp that I would particularly want with this? I don't think so. I mean, like, if I had taken the other level 3 card and I had an attack 1 disarm with Pinning Spines, then it would be pretty good. I guess once I'm a higher level, with the level 5 card that stuns, a level 6 card that stuns, Claw of Doom, it would be good. But Long Spear adds -1s now, doesn't it? It didn't do that in Gloomhaven. And it was Prosperity 3 in Gloomhaven. No, it doesn't add -1s. I definitely think that the best class for this is Deathwalker. I assume that even with this... I assume that Deathwalker can use Long Spear through a shadow. And that, like, the disarming throw would be able to use Long Spear, even though, like, you're not exactly standing in the gray hex. Maybe not, though. Or, like, you just wouldn't be able to attack something far away from you. Volatile Bomb during your single target ranged ability. Change the targeting ability to this. Dang, it's a two-handed item now? That is really painful. I don't know what it used to be. I think it used to be just like a single-handed item. Because, like, with Obsidian Spear, to make that a 3-target attack force stun is crazy. But it would be both hands. And then, when you suffer damage from an attack, shield 4. Man, I don't think I'm going to take any of these items. That's kind of sad. Shield 4 is more shield than I have, but it's both the hand slots, and then I can't prevent damage from an attack. Anything in the Gloomhaven items that's really good. Heart of the Betrayer is like one of the most insane items in the game. When attacked by an adjacent normal enemy, force the enemy to attack one of its allies within its range instead. Crazy. Crazy good. Like, you heal for the damage that the monster would deal and deal that damage to a monster and potentially get retaliate stuff out of it. Really, really good. During your turn, place a character token on a normal or elite enemy. Everybody adds +1 to them. So this is just a poison, but stacks with poison. Ooh, refresh one of your potions. Potions are better in this game, so that's really good. Jade Falcon, I'm not sure about. Reaping Scythe, probably worse than Long Spear, given that it's lost. That chest piece is pretty good. Dune Powder, I like that. Add Stun, Poison, Curse to an attack. I really like that for Kelp. Move up to something, wound it with the move, attack it, stun it, and poison, and then bane it with your top. Next 5 sources of damage from attacks targeting you gain shield 1, retaliate 1. That is really good on Infuser. And then all of the blades consume any element to add +2 to a single attack of that type, but it's not lost. Or it's not even spent. It's not lost, it's not spent. So you can do this every turn if you can set the element every turn. So these are crazy. Some good options here. Definitely some good options here. I could definitely see Nightblade being really good. I could even see Bloody Axe being okay. Doom Powder, good on Kelp. Would I want to run like a Tremor Blade on Infuser? I get a lot of access to Leaf. I don't know. Alright, well those are the items that were added to the shop. Next time we'll get the final Craftsman items. Let's just see what they are. Ooh. Heal and ward an ally rather than regenerate. That's probably better. It's still range 2, which sucks, but heal 1 is just really good for removing poison. And then ward is generally going to block more than the regenerate has been healing for me, I feel. This is an insane item. When you would gain poison or curse, gain bless instead, and then it refreshes. Crazy item. During your melee attack ability, add push 2 to one attack. I like it. I think I like it more than the Mask of Terror, but maybe not. Maybe Mask of Terror would be better. Because, like, you're only going to want to bring this to a scenario where there are a lot of retaliate enemies. Also, like, some scenarios I'm thinking of, like, push doesn't even help you, because, like, there are, like, deep terrors that are already against the wall, and you can't even push them to get rid of the retaliate. On the next 2 sources of damage from attacks targeting you, gain shield 2 for the attack. So a slightly better chest piece. Slightly better than what I have. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then at the start of a scenario, remove a 0 and a -1 from your modifier deck. I like it. I mean, it's definitely better than what I'm wearing on Hive right now. All right. And, well, maybe I won't look at it. Maybe I'll do it next. The guy who told me to play Prism, actually, yeah, I think I will do Prism's solo scenario next. I won't look at the item. I don't remember what it does. I mean, maybe I do, because I've read it before. I would assume that it works very similar to Circle's solo item. Ignore damage that goes into a summon 1 time. But I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's probably like ignore an incoming hit going into a summon and transfer that summon. I bet that's what it does. But I think I'll do that next, because I am level 5. I'm level 6. And that would be a good thing to do, just to mess with that solo scenario. I'm not doing Infuser solo scenario, because its item, that one I do know. It's good. I don't know what this one is. Whenever you gain invisible or perform a teleport while you have invisibility after the ability Muddle 1. It's okay. It's not bad. The infusers, there we go. I managed to see it without seeing whatever Prisms is. During your turn, activate all your infusions if you just did an infusion. But it's both. It's both of your hand slots. So, like, it sounds really good to strengthen and attack 3. Like, to be able to get a strengthen on, like, an off turn, you know? Maybe you're going to do, like, Desperate Throw with Guide the Flow Bottom, and you Ancestral Blade and Frenzy Potion to get an attack 3 and a strengthen and disarm and something. But I'm just not too sure if it's worth losing so much shielding to do that 1 time in a scenario, because you can't do it early. You would only be able to do it late into a scenario when you already have a ton of infusions, and at that point I generally feel like if I can get to the point where I've got a lot of infusions up, then I've snowballed to the point where I'm going to win. In this last scenario, if I had Ancestral Blade instead of my shields, I would have lost. So I don't know. Let's go up to 7 buildings built. GG.